We think when we retire, it's nice and relaxing. It's not. It's not. But for a lot of us struggling, it was stressful. I see it as when we was younger, we was going through life thinking about, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be this, and I want to be that. And then life really happens. For me, when I grew up, I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to, do all this work with kids. I love working with kids. Kids been attracted to me from day one. I love working with kids. But a lot of us just think, oh, when I retire, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But we're not thinking about what we have to do to get there. When we was younger, we're like, okay, I got time. I'll figure it out later. And as time passed us by, and I know 60 is not that old, I know that. But 60 do make you think about, okay, what's next? Okay, I got my house. I don't have no retirement. I don't have no 401k. I don't have, I don't have this and I don't have that. But as you go on in life, you do get this stuff. Like my job that I was at the most was fast food. I was there for about 10 to 12 years. I was at fast food until I said, okay, I want to go to school. Start off as CNA. So I went to school to be a CNA. And then things happened. I was like, back then the nurses made us do the nasty stuff. Like when the bags buzzed, they made us clean up the mess. I don't know, do they still do that? But I was like, no, this is not for me. But I really wanted to be a nurse. But when I seen what you have to do to get there, I was like, oh my God. But I really did like working with the patients, and yeah, it was fun. Then as you get older, you think about like, okay, I got time, I'll figure it out later. Then 10 years done pass you by. You done had your kids, you done, did all this good stuff. And once you reach that age and you start thinking like, dang, what did I do for the last 10 years? What did I do for the last 15 years? Time, it seemed long, but it goes by so fast, so fast. I had a 401k at my job that I first started, my real job. Like, fast food. There's nothing wrong with fast food. As long as you work yourself up, you don't stay stuck as a employee. You start as an employee, you do shift leader, and then you start assistant manager, district manager, like that. But I did work myself up to assistant manager. I don't know, got into something else. The job that I wish I would have stayed at was UPS, but here come a customer being a butthole, calling me the N-word. And I told the manager, and she was like, okay, we're not going to serve him. And then when he come back, they serve him. And the other day I was sitting here and I was like, retired. It was not turning out the way that I picture. I didn't picture like traveling or nothing, because I really wasn't into that. I guess because I started so young, had a family so young, and especially when I got with my husband. Now we, did a lot of traveling, but we didn't like go like big traveling. I wasn't into that, like Hawaii, another country, just living it up. I wasn't into that. I don't know why I wasn't into that, but after I left my husband, I got with this guy. He was abusing me first. Then he started abusing my kid, and I'm like, oh my God, it's time to go. So I left, and then I got with this other guy, and that's when I started working fast food. I was all happy, and worked myself up to assistant manager, and then I'm like, okay, I really don't like this fast food. So I went into, I think it was UPS. Yeah, I went into UPS. What was it, UPS? I don't know. After the fast food, and I was with him. I think I stayed with fast food until we broke up. And then I said, okay, I like meeting people, talking to people. So I went to Walgreens. I was a cashier. I was like, okay, I'm gonna, work myself as a cashier at Walgreens. I already got 10 plus years experience as a cashier with fast food. So I worked at Walgreens. Not even that long. I'm like, okay, this is not what I want. Then in the meantime, I got with my husband now. And then I worked at UPS. I really liked that job, UPS. Then when the man came in, called me the N-word, the manager said, okay, we don't have to serve him no more. Then he came back and they still helped him. So I'm like, forget this job, I ain't coming back. They don't care about us. All they care about their customer. Then after I left UPS, I think I went back to school. I said, okay, I'm gonna work on being a nurse. So I did the CNA. I was working at this rest home. I really liked it. I liked it, the patients and everything. But when that bag busted, the nurses made us clean all that poop out the walls and everything. I was like, oh my God, this is not for me. I was okay with the, working, seeing blood. I was okay with, working with the patients. I was okay. But when that bag busted and they made us clean it up, like, oh my God, this is not for me. I can't be cleaning up no poop. So after I left that for the CNA, I think what did I do then after that? I think I did home care, like, taking care of people, home care. So I did that for a long time. I liked it there. And then I started getting real sick. So I'm like, okay, I gotta slow down. 10 years passed. But I still was doing home health care, working with people. Especially this one guy, David. I used to take him everywhere. No, before him, I used to work with this girl named Andra. I used to take her everywhere. Her mama, my God, her mama loved me. We used to have so much fun. I think I had just had my son when I started working with her. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. I still talk to the daughter that I work with to this day. But the mama, she was like another mother to me. She treated me and my family. When I go to work, we watch TV, watch movies. She cooked. She let me kick up my feet, especially when I was pregnant. I really loved doing that. So then I got sicker and I'm like, okay, I gotta go to part-time. So I moved in this house. And then that's when I started working with someone else, David. And I used to take him to the Peoria. Then me and his mama connected real close together. We used to have a ball. Then boom, the virus. And at that time, my husband, he was getting ready to go on dialysis, I think, right when the virus hit, like in 20. And then I think in 21, he got ready, so he went on dialysis. The virus got bad. We didn't know what was going on. We would, oh my God, the virus was crazy, but they was making it seem more crazier than it really was. We didn't know what to do, so I quit work. He quit work. He got on dialysis. Boom, 7 months later, he got his kidney. And then, so I'm assuming he got his kidney at what, 22, 23. Yeah, he got his kidney the end of 22. That went perfect. He's doing great. So it's going on 4 years. December 21st will be exactly 4 years. So he's been doing great with that. So, really, I wasn't doing anything after the virus, just here taking care of, my family. And, yeah, we were doing foster care. I really loved it. But guys, foster care, them workers and parents put us through it. But I think it was more good than bad with foster care. Kids left. I had started my YouTube channel while the kids was here. And then kids left, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to think more and more, okay? You're getting older. Yes, I know 60 is not that old, but when it's come with 60 plus health problems, and then you got to sit back and really think like, okay, if I got this sickness now, he got this sickness, he has this sickness, what are we going to do? What if something happened and we can't, move around, do anything? And I'm like, what are we gonna do? So I started thinking more and more about, you know, life, and like, okay, I gotta figure out something here. I know 60 is young, but I gotta figure out something here because, ooh, life. And I've seen a lot of people come and go. So I'm like, I started my YouTube channel December the 1st of 2020. Yeah, 2022. December the 1st. December the 1st this year of 26 will be 4 years. When I started my channel, I was like, okay, I need to start me a side hustling, something to do here. So I started YouTube 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago. I have 2 channels monetized, and I'm working on a third one. You know, I got to do this, but I'll say the last 6 months, I've been thinking like, you're getting older, you're not getting younger. And yes, I know 60 is not that old, but I'm just saying, another 10 years will pass me, then I'll be 70 with like no plan. So here lately on this channel, I've been going checking out RVs, mobile homes, manufactured homes, tiny home, cause I'm trying to, we gotta figure out something. I just don't want boom life to happen, something to happen to my husband, or something happen to me, and we have no plan. We have no plan, so I gotta get a plan here going. So that's what I'm working on now. Plus, my son has some land in Buckeye. If I do have to get a tiny home, a mobile home, a trailer, a van, I can always go park out there. Or, something happened to him or something happened to me, he can always go park out there. Whatever. We got a house, thank God. The house is your best investment you could ever make. It's your biggest investment you ever make. And it's the best investment you ever make, because you don't have to worry about the rent going up. You don't have to worry about, just got to worry about fixing things. And you need extra money aside, in case something do broke. Because we don't have air conditioning broke. We don't have plumbing went bad. The roofing people set our house on fire. Thank God they fixed everything because they started the fire. Thank God my husband smelled the fire, because they wasn't even going to tell us. My husband said when he went in the backyard, they run around up there with a water hose. And my husband was like, nah, I better, because they like, everything okay? And then my husband like, no, I better call 911. So he called 911. They came. They had this thing to find a hot spot. They found the hot spot, and they said it was out, but they still said they need to check to make sure. So they tore the whole highway roof down. So the people responsible for the fire, they had to fix everything. And then, guys, you don't own your house is really not your house. Your city can come in and just take over anytime. The city came in. Okay, the people who had the house before us, they made the garage into a family room. The back part of that, they didn't do that right. In Glendale, Arizona, you have to have a car cover. That's what that thing is. You have to have a car cover for at least 2 cars if you don't have a garage. We didn't know that. We didn't know these people built this house with no permit for the, turning the garage into a family room. They don't tell you all that. They need to tell you that stuff. They didn't tell us, oh, they built this part without a permit, and you're supposed to have a 2-car covered garage. Covered to a garage or a 2-car cover. We didn't know that. If I would have knew that, I probably wouldn't have bought this house, because that's why they don't tell you that. If I wanted this, I don't want this. I didn't want this. If I want a garage or a cover for car, I would have bought a house with a garage or a cover for cars. I didn't want that because I know how I am. I just want to pull in my, my yard, and I just want to pull in my yard, and that's that. I know it's good for your cars. It's good for when it's raining. I know that, but I didn't want no house with a garage or a car cover. I had other ideas, So when the city came in, they were like, nope, you don't have no permit for this. You got to have that. It was a lot. So what happened, the roofing people that set the house on fire, they didn't do it. They went in with the people who we qualified to get our roof done. So they had to rent us a Airbnb for a month. We had to throw food away because we didn't have no lights. The city came in. It was like we came from the Airbnb here to talk to the city people when we knew the city people come. They was just like, okay, this is our house now. They took the electric box so we wouldn't sneak back here, staying here with the air on. They took that. The city came in and said, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. And in my house, I have a beautiful fireplace. That's why I bought my house. At first, they told me, oh, we got to tear the fireplace down because we got to open this back up as a garage. I was like, oh, my God. The city just came in and said, oh, honey, we taking over here. You got to get a permit for this. You got to do this right. You got to do that right. But the peoples that pay for our roof and the people who built our roof to set the fire, they had to go together and fix all this stuff. I would say they did about, at first, just the roof, she said it was going to be $32,000. So after the fire, they came, they probably end up spending about close to $100,000 to get everything up to code, to get the permits and everything. It took them a little less than a month because we still had like a week left. We could have just stayed there or came home. We just stayed there the whole month. But yeah, so now houses has permit. It's up to code and everything. Thank God for that, because we wouldn't have been able to pay for all that. We probably would have had to go through our home insurance. But yeah, so I know I'm not the only person, retirement that's going through this. So just trying to give some of my experience, what I'm going through, been through. And for you younger people, please. Like this one lady, she said when you turn 30 to start your 401k plan. I think when you're even younger to start your first job, especially if you think you're going to be there for a while, to start your 401k plan. Get you a good career going. Have 3 to 6 months worth of emergency money. You have to start young as you can start because you never know when you might get disabled. You never know when something might happen to you or your partner or your husband or whoever. So I think you need to get this started soon as possible. Save, save, save. Get you some life insurance going. Like with my kid, the two that's younger, all my kids had insurance, but when I was on the insurance, my two youngest ones, they had life insurance when they turned 10 days old. So it's best to get life insurance when you're young because it's cheaper, especially before you get any problems, health problems going on. Then it's going to be harder to get life insurance or it's going to cost you an arm and leg. So it's best to get life insurance young as possible. I know you're going to pay for it forever, but still, don't leave your family with that responsibility to bury you. And if the state had to bury you, they're just gonna, I don't know, do they cremate you now, throw you in the hole? But they used to just throw you in the hole way out somewhere. Don't do that. Get you some life insurance going on. Have you some money saved. Because I told my 3 older kids, but my one son is married, so it's on his wife. My one son had 2 daughters, it's on his kids. And then my other son's not married, but he have a son. But his son can't do it, so it'll be on me. But I told him, I hope he got some money saved or something because I'm not doing no car wash. I'm not doing no GoFundMe. I'm not doing nothing. And I'm not giving no money because that's not my problem. That's your problem. I had you life insurance when you was younger. You had a chance to, keep paying it when you turned 20. I think it was 26. I think it was 21, but my 2 young ones, theirs was 26. They was riding out for me. And then they had to get their own policy. Make sure you have all that. And try to start saving young as you can. Young as you can, start trying to save. Because you never know if something might happen. What if something happen, you can't work. And another thing, try to work. Because to get ssdi, you have to work 10 years of your life to be able to get your Social Security. because you don't want to end up on SSI, because SSI is like money from the government, like welfare. You don't want to end up on SSI. You can't work. A lot of stuff you can't on SSI, but your Social Security, that's the taxes they took out of your check to hold for you, so when you need it. So try to work so you can get more and more and more. I don't know what's a good age to retire, but some people are forced to retire because of health problems. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here. It hasn't been hard, but it has been hard. Only time it get hard when something break down in a house, and we really don't have no money saved for that. But starting this month, I was able to get a little bit ahead, so hopefully from now on I can start saving, 50, 100 out here and there to fix stuff when it break. Cause like we got this one AC fix, a new one, and it costs over 10 grand. That one been up here for, since we've been in the house, so over 30 years. And I know it's about to go out soon. So just imagine how much ACs cost now. And thank God we do have two, just in case. Like when this one did go out and needed a motor, I think we had that one for the bedroom. So I was able to stay here during that time because we got it fixed in a couple of days. And we had to borrow the money to get that, but it was only $400, but we didn't have $400 laying around. So that's not good. You need some kind of emergency money, especially when you own your house, because anytime things can go bad. Plumbing, because we done been through a lot of plumbing stopped up. We haven't been through too much with the air conditioners breaking down. A lot of plumbing, rain coming through the house, but I think when they came, they fixed that, so rain won't come to the family room. There was a garage. But yeah, guys, that's all I'm on here. It's trying to tell you guys my struggles. Like I told my two last kids, save, get your retirement plan going. My daughter got hers going. My son been going through a little bit, but hopefully he back working. Hopefully he don't woke up. And you have to, because ain't nobody else gonna do nothing for you. Ain't nobody else gonna help you. Nobody cares about nobody no more these days. Back in the older day, especially when somebody passed, you have so much food. Nowadays, contact you later. Oh, she passed. I didn't know she passed. It's sad. Family, especially families don't come together. Black African American families sure don't come together. I don't get it. You should be happy for that other person, but they're not. It's sad. We don't stick together. It started happening when they started giving everybody Section 8 and they can move where they want to move. And that's when all the black people just spread it out. They just everywhere now. They used to be all on South Phoenix or West Phoenix, but nowadays, when you go somewhere, you barely see a black person. And then when you do see a black person, they just look at you like you got shit on them. What I do now, I make them speak to me. I keep following them. Hi, hi, hi. And they'll finally say hi. But guys, yeah, save. Get you some kind of retirement fund going. Something. And what I've been doing all my life, I've been really doing good with, shopping. I get sales. I only buy when it sells. I don't like thrift stores because when I go to them, they don't have nothing. They want too much for this stuff. And yeah, so what I'm doing now, I'm trying to figure out what I can do, what I'm going to find, how I'm going to do it. I'm finna start decluttering my house because, oh my God, just imagine. I've been here 24 years, about 24, 25 years. I don't like to throw away nothing. My daughter, my husband always telling me, Mom, you got to throw stuff away. You got to throw stuff away, but I don't. I think because I must have a problem with letting stuff go, because since I really haven't had nobody in my life, I think I have a problem with letting things go. I really do. Because I was 16 when I got married. By the time I was 19, I had 30 kids. No, I only had 3, but still. Then I had my son. I wanted a girl so bad. I wasn't stopping until I got my daughter. I had him when I was 35. Then I finally got my daughter when I was 39. I finally got her. I know I have grandkids, but it's nothing like your own daughter. Oh my God. I am so happy I got her. I'm so mad. I wish I would have had one more kid for these 2. That way, even if it would have been a boy or girl, 2 of them would have been closer. Like my other 3, 2 of them are really, really close. Especially since it's a boy and a girl. You know, boys got their own thing, girls got their own thing. But if I would have had another one, I think that 3rd one would have been there for both of them. So I'm a little upset I didn't have one more, but it's good I didn't have one more because I was older, and I know people have kids in their 40s, but when you're over 35, you risk all this other stuff. So since we've been really, really not working, things haven't been hard. The only time it get hard is like if something break down, you know, having the money to get it fixed, because we always able to, you know, keep food. And if I know I can go get, you know, food boxes and stuff, especially me, don't eat as it is. So buying food right now is still okay. We haven't been like not having enough money to buy food. So thank God for that part. It's just like when stuff break down, you know, you don't have the funds to get it fixed. You gotta go borrow it or wait, you know. But my husband's sister, thank you, Dee Dee. She been a great help. We'll borrow something from her and pay her back when we get our check. But yeah, that's the only thing we're going through now. Food is not an issue. Paying the bills is not an issue. Right now is just when stuff break down. So I started this month putting aside money, you know, to have in case something do break down. But other than that, it's so far because I done been most everywhere I want to go. I wouldn't mind going back to Texas again. Vegas, we've been there so many times because his sister-in-law and brother lived there, so we were back and forth there so much. I had got tired of Vegas, but now I'm ready to go back. So it's not really, I'm not a hard person to please. I don't have to have all this, you know, fancy stuff, and yeah, I don't have to have all that. I don't have to, you know, go here and there. I'm just not that, I guess, because all my life I've been, you know, just taking care of my family. And those things don't matter to me. I'm happy for what I got and what God done blessed me with. So if there is nowhere I really want to go, that I just dying to go. My daughter wanted me to go on a cruise with her. I'm like, girl, that's too much water to drink. But I'm starting to, as long as it's at least 2 of us go. And she thinks she going. I told her, not by yourself. Another country, not right now. I ain't into that. And my son, he goes to Mexico a lot because his wife is from there. But he goes there a lot. I can always go there with him, but I'm not into all that. I was never into all that traveling. And so I think overall I have had a good life. You know, because some people haven't even been nowhere. Some people haven't even been to Vegas. But I have been blessed when my kids was younger. We was able to take them everywhere. SeaWorld, the zoo in California. We almost went to Disneyland, but my son had got sick. We had to cancel that. But my daughter, I don't know what my kids did to her when she was younger. She's not a fond of people being dressed in costumes. I don't know why. I don't know what happened when she was younger, but we done took them, you know, a lot of places, Flagstaff, the Grand Canyon. There's nowhere that I would love, that I would want to go right now other than I wouldn't mind going back to Vegas. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back there, but other places, not really. But I think it would be so fun to do van life where you just jump in the car and just go with your house. I would love to do that. I'm still not writing that off my bucket list. I'm still gonna, look into that, getting an RV. I gotta have an RV. I'm too old to be trying to build something. It'll take me probably next another 5, 10 years just to get something built. So I have to buy something that's already ready. The RV. Patience with that. I just gotta get something that's ready for me just to hop in and go. And that's what I'm gonna strive for. Or a tiny home. I would love that idea. Put it on my son's property. Yeah, but put in the comments down below if you're retired and what you're doing, and maybe I can do some of the stuff you're doing. And I have got some ideas from you guys. Thank you so much. Like going to get rid of this cable, $200 cable bill, and get the antenna they said. I'm gonna do that. I've been trying to do that. And I know you can order it online, but I need to see it in hand. I don't like ordering stuff online. Just like we ordered some clips, but we still haven't took them back. So yeah, I need to see things in my hand. So I need to get to Walmart and, get that. That'll save $200. He needs football because we got the Roku TV, but we have cable in 2 rooms, my bedroom and the family room. But he needs football, so hopefully that antenna he can get his little football. And my son gave me he gave me that thing. I still haven't used it. Fire stick. Yeah, I still haven't used a fire stick. Not into all that. But I did go see Michael Jackson movie. It was okay. It's not all that like people saying. I don't know why. I just really want to support him because it's not all that like people say. But yeah, guys, just we can just make life the best we can make life and do what we gotta do before, we don't wanna, it's too late, we get sick and stuff like that. I am gonna go sign up for retirement, senior citizen living, just in case, I'll be on the list just in case something do happen. But I'm so happy my husband kidney is doing good, no problem with the rejection medicine, with all his other health problems. No problem. It's been almost 4 years, so I'm happy that's going good. And I need to get to the doctor and start getting my problems that I do have going on looked at. My doctor said he wasn't going to order me no more medicine till I get in there, because I haven't even been to my regular doctor in, 2 years. So she called me and said, we're not going to refill any more medicine till you get in here, because we haven't seen you in like 2 years. So I got to get in there and get that situated with blood work and stuff, make sure I'm doing good. But my other doctor, I go to them right now. I'm seeing a bone doctor. Hopefully I can get a wheelchair, because sometimes my body just like, nope, not today. So hopefully my insurance, Medicare, will provide me that. And my doctor was like, oh, you can't be working to get the wheelchair. I'm like, I'm not working. But I am working, but I'm not. So yeah, hopefully I can get that approved soon. I just want you guys, one person, listen to me. I don't even know if my 2 kids gonna be able to have kids. It's so hard now to have kids. People struggling to take care of their animal just long as you're a kid. And that's sad. Especially for my husband. I want him to have his own grandkids so he can see them grow up from babies. Anything is possible. But hopefully, told them, don't you have no babies without marriage. Don't have no babies without getting married. So hopefully they'll listen to that part. They have been listening to everything else. This moment, I'm working on saving more money. I'm working on getting another car, because this van, That's on his last leg. Plus, it's just me now. I don't have no more babies to put in this big old, what, 7C van. So I need to work on another car. Came on here to share a little bit with you guys. And I know I'm not the only person going through this. And right now I'm not really struggling. You know, everything's good. I just need to work on for if this happened or that happened, what I want to do if this happened, if that happened. That's what I'm working on right now. Bye, guys. And thanks for all my 100 and something new subscribers. Let me see how many. Right now we have 111 new subscribers. 111. I want to thank everyone that is a new subscriber. And hope to see you around. Stick around. Watch the video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and subscribing. Well, on this video, 6,500 people. And I think I got a few new ones from my other channel. I mean, from my other video too. So, yeah. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And stick around, please, guys, and see my journey. And let me know what are you doing and going through. And, yeah. Bye, guys.